All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another tier list. Today we're going to be doing 2021 once again, but this time we have all the releases that came out throughout the year from Storm, Roto Grip, and 900 Global. In the last list, we had a couple of bowling balls that kind of fell outside of that window, maybe came out in late 2020, but we needed some balls to fill the space. Now we have all of them, I think. If I'm missing any bowling balls, let me know in the comment section below. I'll give you a rating for whatever ball I may be missing. If you guys have any ideas what you want to see in future tier lists, Storm balls, global balls, Roto Grip, a certain range of time, let me know. Make sure you smash the like button. That lets us know that these are the kinds of videos that you want to see. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because it's a 60-40 split. 60% aren't subscribed. I don't understand. Our subscriptions are racing upwards, trending positive at an alarming rate, and I don't understand why that percentage is changing, but I think that means we have more viewers, so that's cool. Let's get started. Up top, we have the nut. It's an emoji. They're all emojis. The nut is obviously the nut. The bowl of rice is a staple in every, at least Asian meal. I'm Asian, so we're gonna go with the bowl of rice being staple. Balls that belong in the bag, they're staples. The next one down, thumbs up. Ball's pretty good. We like it. It may not be a staple. It may not be a ball that I need to bring, but it's a ball that I will consider bringing and a ball that I will bring sometimes. In our fourth category, it's a ball that possibly could be used if we're going to bring a bunch of bowling balls and we're driving. They stay in the car, but if we need them, at least they're in the car. If it calls for something specific, we run out to the car, grab it. It's in play. And the last section here, we have balls that I've seen go down the lane, balls that I'm just going to speculate on, but I have not thrown because I haven't thrown all of these releases. Hopefully next year I'll be able to do ball reviews for every single ball that comes out. I'll do my best to throw every single ball so I can give you the best review possible so you can make the most educated decision on what bowling ball you should get next. Okay, let's get started. We're just gonna work our way from the top left and then make our way down to the bottom. So we have what is brand new at the moment. When this video goes live, it might be out, it might not be out. The Altered Reality. I've been throwing this ball for a little bit now, and wow, I think it's incredible. It reminds me of the No Rules Pearl. Now, if we threw the No Rules Pearl versus this ball, probably the Altered Reality would probably outhook it just because it's newer, newer cover stock material, a new designed core, just things like that. I have a hard time putting it in the nut category just because I haven't thrown it enough, but I do believe it's a staple in my bag. I'm actually bowling a tournament coming up, and I'm bringing it. I need to see this thing in action. Altered Reality, rice bowl category. Next up, we have the Burner Pearl, and we'll call the Burner Solid up next as well because they're right next to each other and they're pretty much the same ball. One's a pearl, one's a solid. Burner Pearl, I think, gets the thumbs up. Pretty good. I could see it going in my bag. Before I said it would be kind of close to my High Road Pearl. Not replacement, but interchangeable. I think it's just a touch smoother, not quite as strong because it doesn't flare as much as a High Road Pearl. But yeah, we're giving it thumbs up. Burner Solid. Now, I've thrown this a little bit, not as much as the Pearl, but I think it's going on a road trip with us. But it's very niche, very unique. When I get into the weaker balls, I tend to lean towards the Pearl ones because they float through the fronts better. And typically when the lanes break down, the fronts hook more. So the Burner Solid's going to be something more specific. If I need something smoother and I don't need anything that's hard off the spot, like a Burner Pearl maybe, I'll lean towards Burner Solid. But this is a ball that's probably going to make it to tournaments with me if I'm bringing a lot of balls, but might not be first ones in the door. All right, Dark Code. Here we go, Dark Code. Strong Pearl asymmetric ball, pretty smooth. It blends out the wet dry pretty well because of how strong it is. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It hasn't wowed me, but it has its place. It's a ball that I'll definitely use, but there are other options that I would lean towards before the Dark Code, but definitely it's a ball that I would throw. Moving on, Electrify Solid is a ball that I feel is going to be very good this upcoming season, especially bowling in the Bolero centers where they hook a lot in the front. This could be an option, drill them a little bit stronger. It floats through the front a little seamlessly so I don't have to throw it as hard. I have not thrown one yet, have not put holes in one. I don't even own one, so I have to put this in the speculation category. Moving on, Honey Badger Intensity is a ball that I have thrown, but I have not really thrown it a whole lot, and it just got discontinued. So I'm kind of stuck. I don't really know where to put it because I haven't thrown it a whole lot, and it's already gone. Even though I have thrown it, I'm going to put it in the speculation category purely because I haven't thrown it in a tournament. But it's a unique shape because the cover's a little weaker, and for an asymmetric ball, it's a little on the weaker side as well. We did do a ball review on this bowling ball. We compared it to the reality, I think. Just a little weaker, pretty smooth, so it's definitely a useful piece, but I got to put it in the speculation category. Next, I have one of these. It's a Hustle Camo. I have one, have not put holes in one yet. I really want to. Don't know why I haven't yet. We unfortunately did not do ball videos on the Hustle Camo or the wine. If it's anything like the ink, I think it's going to be fantastic, but since I haven't thrown it yet, I have to put it in the eyeball category. Moving on, Hustle Wine. This one is real close. Almost a staple in the bag. For a little stretch of time in the regionals, I brought it to every single tournament. At that time, I didn't have a high road pearl, so that it was kind of taking that place, but it's just not quite the same. The differential's not as high. The RG is not as high either, so it's just an overall different shape, but it is still a really good piece. I'm gonna put it in the rice bowl category because I think it's that good. I think the Hustle Wine is a really good ball. My favorite Pearl Hustle. I'm sure the Hustle Camo would go there as well if I've thrown one, but I haven't thrown it. Let me know in the comments if you've thrown the Hustle Camo because I've seen Nick Pate throw it. Looks phenomenal. I need to drill one. I do, but I still have my Hustle ink, so I'm gonna keep throwing that. Hustle Wine, rice bowl, staple. High Road Max, very niche ball. Not a ball that rolled fantastic for me. I tried a couple of different things. NEX is, I think, a little bit better on the shiny side. I actually just threw it in the league, two-handed, so check that video out when it comes out. It'll be really good. I think it comes out after this one. Two-handed, oh my god, nasty. Chris Vi. This is the Chris Vi ball. This one's being discontinued as well, so I hope Chris Vi has many of them. And if he wants them, and if you have one, be ready to, you know, this one goes in the car. It's so niche for me. I have a hard time figuring out when to throw strong cover balls with really high RGs. Next, we have the Hyped Hybrid and the Hyped Pearl. They're going to be the same for me, and I am going to speak based on speculation, based on what I've seen. Hyped Hybrid, I've heard good things. I heard this ball is great for the price point. Big bang hook for not a lot of money. I have to put them both in the speculation category. Have not drilled either. I do have a Hyped Hybrid in my garage. I'll probably drill it at some point, maybe, just to see what the hype's all about. Hyped. What's the hype about? Yeah. I have seen the Hype Pearl in action, though. I've watched David Haynes throw it, and holy, he made me want to drill one. And I don't have one. I think I might need to get one. Hyped Hybrid and Pearl going in the eyeball category. And surprisingly, that's a lot of balls that I haven't thrown. This is kind of weird to me, but it is what it is. Okay, moving on. This was one of the most anticipated releases of the year, the Untitled Helios, and I've got to throw it a little bit so far. I think it fits a kind of a specific gap. It's almost niche. It kind of rides that fine line between niche and goes in the bag. For me, I don't think it's one of those do-all balls, you know, super versatile. I can throw it anywhere I want. I don't think it's one of those, but it fits a slot. You know, if I have to play a little bit straighter, I need something smooth, a little bit cleaner than most of my, you know, strong symmetric balls. It's float through the front really seamlessly for me. It stayed online really well. I had a hard time giving it away. If you have a different opinion on it, let me know in the comments below. I would love to learn more about this bowling ball. I need to throw it more. I'm still trying to learn it. So I do see it being... I gotta put it in the thumbs up category for now. I want to put it in the stable just because of what it is, but I need to understand a little more. So help me understand. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the Helios. Now, in sight, this ball is really smooth. It's supposed to be like Storm's Rubicon. Weaker asymmetric ball, pretty smooth. I haven't thrown it a whole lot just because we have a lot of other pieces that fit a gap that I like better. And it's hard for me to put a new bowling ball in that slot when, you know, phase twos and just balls like that have been so good for me. I just can't take them out of the bag. Insight's gonna go in the car. If we need something just a little different, I think we can lean on the Insight. Wow, it's crazy. We have no nuts yet. We're more than halfway through the list, no nuts, but don't worry. We've got nuts coming. Parallax Effect. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did not love the original Parallax, and that's probably why I didn't give the effect really a chance, but Alex came down, he drilled me another Parallax, and oh my god, that ball is insane. But Parallax Effect, it's more useful than it would lead on, I think. Not bad at all. A little more defined motion than the original because of the Pearl. I think the original kind of wanted to fight itself. Didn't know if it wanted to hook early, didn't know if it wanted to go long, and that whole jazz. I played with surfaces, everything. I had a hard time figuring out, but I think it's a thumbs up ball. I honestly do. I would definitely consider drilling more of these moving forward, and we'll see how the 2022 season goes. Now, we have Reality. This ball, the nut. It has been my go-to solid asymmetric ball since it came out. It's got a little bit of a one-up on the Proton for me because I think it's a little more versatile, not quite as strong as the Proton, and me being a slower ball speed player, it kind of works in my favor. I don't have to fight it through the fronts as much as a Proton. Reality has been so good for me. I've been able to hook the lane, play a little straighter, and everything in between. Those are some of the things that I like to see when I call a ball the nut. It's just insane. The ball's absolutely disgusting. Next we have RSTX2, and this ball actually kind of reminds me of an asymmetric high road pearl. Maybe because of the colors. The motion just, it screamed high road pearl, but asymmetric. Is it a staple in the bag? Not for me, because if I want high road pearl, I have high road pearl. And out of an asymmetric ball, I lean towards something a little different. I would throw that in the thumbs up category. X2, definitely useful. It's on the cleaner side for asymmetrics, like the opposite end of the spectrum from Dark Code. Dark Code, you're strong, shiny asymmetric. RCX2 would be your weaker one. And I think the altered reality fits in between. We did a ball video on, I think, both of these. There's an altered reality one for sure, so check that out if you want a little more insight on those pearl asymmetric balls. UC2 is another ball that I personally didn't really give much of a chance. I've seen a lot of players throw it. I've been seeing it a lot more recently. I would love to give it another chance, but for now, I think this one is a ball that I would bring to tournaments, but I would leave it in the car. Simply because I have other options that I feel are better in certain spots. But I can definitely see myself using it when I feel like maybe symmetric balls in that range don't quite look right, and the pearl asymmetric balls are standing up a little too fast, going a little too forward. This ball is supposed to fit right in between all those. Probably going to try to give it another chance. It's definitely an option, and that's why I love Storm, because we have all these options that do, you know, these bowling balls that do different things, and it's just, we have so many options. It's kind of wild. Okay, moving on. I was trolling at first. I was like, do I have a brand new favorite urethane ball? And it's kind of hard to top the pitch black, but this ball is just different. I really do like it a lot. I've already won a tournament with it. One of my best nights of league when I threw it. I have to put this ball in the nut category. And I know it literally just came out, but Rubicon UC3 is an absolute unit. The silver ball, disgusting. I've been able to do things that it doesn't make sense in my head, but it's good in a good way. I love it. This ball, nuts. Let's move on. We have Trend 2. Now, Trend 2 I haven't thrown a ton yet, but it's very unique and in a good way. I think the Trend is a staple in the bag. It is a unique shape. If you can bring it to tournaments, I think it can give you a lot of different options. Just that cover stock and the core combination, I don't know how they did it, but it's different, and it's different in a good way. Trend 2. I was going to give it a thumbs up, but it's more than a thumbs up. It's like 2 thumbs up, but you put your hands together like this, and now you have a bowl of rice. Okay, now we have 2 balls left, one of which being the UFO Alert, the other being Zen Master. I'm going to go for the Zen Master first. It's just something, it's another ball in that range. Idle Helios, Phase 2, balls like that, those middle balls, the core of our bowling balls, lines, whatever you want to call it, the core of the bag. Zen Master goes in the thumbs up category for me. It hasn't yelled at me like I am the go-to middle piece, because Phase 2 and Idle have been so good. It's so hard to get those, you know, and I've had Aspect too. It's just hard to get those out of my hand. It's another option. I like having options. It has potential to take that Phase 2 spot, in my opinion. It really does. It's pretty close. I think it's closer to Phase 2 than Idle. If you didn't really like the Phase 2, maybe give the Zen Master a shot. Could be just different enough to where it's really good for you. Our last ball, the UFO Alert. I wasn't a big fan of the UFO, but I also didn't really give it a chance. Most balls that I don't throw, I already have a ball in that slot. But UFO Alert, this ball has been fantastic. It's been amazing. It's insane how good this ball is. And we did do a ball video on it, so check that out as well. But this ball is going in the nut category, because this ball is the nut. I don't even know how to describe how good it is. It just rolls up in the right spot more often than not. You can play straighter with it. It's smooth enough. You can curve the lane. It gets off it hard enough. That's how I like to define my bowling balls. How many things can I do with it? Like I said with the Reality, I can do different things with it, and it's successful from different parts of the lane, doing different things, different hand positions. I'm just going to ramble because I think the ball's amazing, and yeah, the nut. Nut! Whoo! All right, that's our list. We got 3 balls in the nut category, 3 in the staple. We got some thumbs up in there, a handful, lots of them. Balls that we're bringing to tournaments, but, you know, they only come out if there's a specific time and a place for them. And then we've got way too many bowling balls in the speculation category. I need to drill more bowling balls next year. And as crazy as that sounds, I have to do it because I need to give you guys the review that you deserve when trying to figure out what bowling balls to purchase. That's going to wrap it up for the 2021 Storm, Roto Grip, and 900 Global tier list. We appreciate you watching. Thank you for all the love and support. I can't wait to bring you another tier list. Till then, Tang, signing off.